Hey guys, here's a tutorial on print and cut. Alright, so to get started, you're going to have just your blank workspace. We're going to come over here to our page setup, and our size, we want to change it because your home printer normally will only print standard letter size, so we want to change that. So our work area is here in red. That's going to be our page size. Now we're going to open up our project, our design. I'm going to use the lollipop holder that I created, and we're going to, I'm going to size it down a little bit because it's kind of big and you won't get very many per page. And just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to try to get as many on the page as I can. So with that highlighted, we're going to click on that. Then we're going to come over here to our duplicate panel, and we're going to click fill to page. So we've filled it to page now. Now the reason that I did this, typically you would turn on your marks first, but I did this for show. Come back to your page setup up here. Come over here to this last little square, the registration marks. We're going to turn them on. We want to turn on type 1, cameo, portrait, and curio. You see where this is hanging into this hash marks? Those won't print. They'll print, but those won't cut. Everything that you do has to be inside of these marks here. Okay? So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to click on this and delete it. So we will only on this one be getting 2 per page. Okay? So what you would do from here, you're inside your lines, you're in good shape. I'm going to make these a little bit bigger just because I can now that I've, moved them out of that little spot there. From here, we're going to send this to our home computer printer. Up here in the corner, you would click send to printer. Your printer is then going to print this out. When it prints this out, the only thing you're going to see is these 2 pictures, this black square, this black line, and this black line down here. You're not going to see these hash marks. They don't print out. Okay, that's just for the machine's purposes. It reads this, but it's kind of like a QR code deal. But anyways, you're not going to see these hash marks. Don't think that your printer didn't print it right. The only thing that you're going to see are these solid black lines. Okay. So from that point forward, when you have your paper printed out, you're going to load it onto your mat, and you're going to load it exactly the way you see it on your screen. In your top corner, you're going to have you want the black square to be in the top left. Okay. That's how the machine will read it. If you flip it around and put this one up at the top, it's not going to read it correctly and it's not going to register properly. So make sure that you have it loaded on your mat exactly the way that it's on your screen. Now, this is important for a proper cut. Touch nothing. Do not do anything on this page now. Okay? It is done from here. So, once you've loaded your mat into your machine, you're going to come over and press the send panel, okay? Now, as you can see, it's set right now to cut everything, and we don't want it to cut anything except the rectangle and these little half moons. This will be the part where your pencil or your lollipop slides through. So we want these little half moons to cut and the rectangle, and that's it. So the easiest way to get that is come over here to fill. And by the way, this is also cutting by color. You come over here to fill, and we're going to turn off everything, okay? Then we're going to go back in and we're going to click no color because that's our cut lines. Our cut lines do not have a color. Yes, they're red, but according to the computer, they don't have a color. So when I send this, The only thing that's going to cut is the outside square and the half moons, which is exactly what we want. So at this point, I would click send. It would cut it out, and I would go from there. I really hope this was helpful. And I think I covered everything. Oh, and of course, change your whatever you're using. This is set to copy paper, so I would change it to cardstock plain. If that's what you're using, cardstock plain. Your down here will change as well. And to be honest with you, I don't ever change my blade speed, force, or any of that. The only thing I would ever really change in here would be maybe my passes. If I was working with something a little thicker, cardstock, the blade on a 3 is perfect. It's actually, you could do a 2 and it would be great as well. So anyways, I hope that I helped and covered everything, and check back soon for some more interesting tutorials. Thanks, guys.